Hi there, I'm Carolyn Dickerson from Look Great, Lose Weight, Save Money.com. This edition is going to be how to create layers in your hair. Now, we all know that I've got a video on how to create long layers and longer hair, and that works great. But what if we take that haircut and do it one more time? A couple of people have asked me, Carolyn, if I do the haircut and pull all of my hair up into the ponytail on top of my head and then hold the hair straight up and do a blunt cut, what if after I do that, I take my hair down and then I only take the hair that is above my ears up into a ponytail and then cut that? Will it give me uniform layers? Will it look right? Will it create the right layers? Will it create more layers? And that's a good question because I've never tried it. Going over and over in my head, will this work? Won't it work? I don't know, but today we're going to find out. Yes, I am going to cut my hair and we're going to find out if it works. Okay, I've got my hair up. I remembered to take the hair from the front and keep it in the front, the hair from the sides, keep it in the sides, the hair from the back, keep it in the back. I've made sure that all the knots are out of my hair. My hair is ready to cut. Now, ordinarily, I like to cut wet hair. This is another thing that comes up. Yes, I agree that cutting wet hair is the best way to go, but in order to show you what I'm doing, I needed, and in order for the layers to show, I'm doing it on dry hair. My hair is naturally wavy. A lot of people think, Carolyn, you haven't got wavy hair, your hair is straight. Well, it's straight because I blow dry it straight every day. Well, not every day, but every time I wash my hair, when I dry it, I blow dry it out straight. And sometimes I use just a flat iron or a straightening iron. So I'm going to go ahead and make the initial cut. I'm going to cut probably about 2 inches off the end, and then I'm going to get my hair ready for the second cut, and I'm going to come back. Okay, I've just made my first cut, and now I'm going to go refix my hair so that I can make my second cut. Okay, that took a little bit of doing. What I had to do was I ended up having to part my hair up a little bit higher than I thought I was going to have to. I tried it just above my ear. That wasn't enough hair hanging down, so I went up about 1 inch. I parted my hair off all the way around my head. You're going to take the hair that you pull up after you part it off in a loose ponytail first. Then get the hair that's hanging down out of the way. Put that in a ponytail. Then you can safely bend over, brush your hair out the way that you're supposed to, the front hair in the front, the sides in the sides, the back in the back. Put it up in a ponytail and you're going to be ready for your second cut. Either way, what you're going to do is make the first cut. If you cut 2 inches off the first cut, you're going to cut 2 inches off the second cut. The most important part is going to be parting your hair off correctly and getting your hair brushed out the right way before you make the cut. Okay, well, I've just made my second cut, as you can see, and actually every time I went back in it was a little bit different, so I just kept trimming little increments until I got it square, and that's fine. Now, I'm not losing a lot of hair, and as you can see, it's definitely got some layers in it. I'm going to go jump in the shower, wet my hair, so that I can show you the layers and scrunching my hair the way I did in my original video, and I'll be back. Keep your fingers crossed, or else I just screwed up my hair. Well, I finished washing my hair, and I put some gel and I scrunched it up, and I've definitely got some shorter layers going on. I think it looks really good. Of course, if you add more layers to your hair, you're going to get more volume. You know, if you like your hair to lay straight down like I usually do, then you don't really want to add more layers. You can keep repeating this method and go further and further up your head and just grab smaller and smaller amounts toward the top of your head and take off the same amount that you took during the first cut. Just don't overcut. Cut a little bit, cut a little bit less than you want or than you think if you're unsure of yourself. But if you always keep a standard amount that you cut off of each time you cut, your layers should fall uniformly. Don't worry about trying to find the shortest layer to become the longest layer in your second cut. That's just too complicated for most people. It was a little bit hard for me to even recognize where that layer was. So just take the same increments every time you cut and you should be fine. The other thing you need to remember is when you make your parts, sectioning out your hair, be sure to keep the lines straight, to keep those parts straight so that you're uniform around the circumference of your head. So let's take a look at the back. And you can definitely see some shortest layers in here. This is a lot shorter layers than is in the long layered haircut. And I think this is going to be a great hair cutting method for people with curly or wavy hair. If you've got straight hair, the layers are going to show up really hard. When you have straight hair, you need to keep layers to a minimum because they show cuts a lot more readily than curly hair does. This is what my hair looked like the next day. I wore my hair up on top of my head last night when I slept, and after I'd scrunched it with some gel and stuff, and I just wanted you to see all the layers in it that weren't in it yesterday. I think I really like it. I hope you do too.